next method that we are going to do is the questionnaire method. Questionnaire method is the most easy, cheap and favorite tool for the researcher to gather information. So questionnaire method is something which is very easy, very cheap, and it's something which all the experimenters love to do when they are doing an experiment. When they are doing the research to gather information. Questionnaire is a series of questions prepared keeping in mind some specific issue or a problem which helps to derive specific information. The respondent has to reach each question, understand, think and give answer. So in a questionnaire method, what do? In order to study a particular problem, they create questions. Okay, and these questions are given to people to answer those questions. People answer those questions, and based on that you do your research, you conduct your research. Okay. So to give the answer, you have to understand the question properly, you have to think properly and then answer it. Okay, definition. Questionnaire is a set of questions which are related to a specific problem and having a definite purpose to derive information. So questionnaires are these set of questions which are there, which are given to a group of people in order to understand a given problem, in order to understand a given issue, so that the researcher does the research on it. And over here you are able to get certain information based on the questions that the people have answered. Questionnaire has a set of questions which are related to research subject. Okay, so based on your research subject, based on what you are doing your research in, questionnaire is prepared accordingly. They are simple questions which are answered by respondent himself. The questions are very simple. They are not maths questions or this questions or that questions. They are situation questions. Okay. For example, let us say that I want to study rape in India. So I'll ask you a question. Do you think that girls get raped in India? Yes, no. Like that. Then I'll ask, what do you think are the reasons women are getting raped? Clothes, values, because we don't educate our boys. Okay. So here the questions, there is no right or wrong answer to it. Based on your thinking, you have to answer. So there are these set of questions which are there, which the respondent, the person who is filling the question is answering. The researcher personally goes to the respondent and gets the questionnaire filled, and the responser, based on the knowledge or opinion, gives the answer. So over here the researcher personally goes to the respondent, gives them the questionnaire and gets it filled. Okay. One very big advantage of this method is if a researcher or an observer does not have enough time, then he can send the questionnaire by post to the respondent and get them filled. In this way, data can be obtained from a very large group in a short period of time. So let's say a given researcher or an observer does not have time, then he can send the questionnaire by post or email the questionnaire to the people and get it filled by the people and get it back. Okay, and this is the major advantage of a questionnaire method, that is you can get information from people at a very short time. The questions should be related to the problem only, precise and clear, without giving any hint to the respondent that in which direction it should be answered. It is important to see that the questions should be arranged in a logical sequence. So here they are saying that the questions are related to the problems only. They are precise. Precise એટલે નાના મોટા questions નહીં હોય. Do you think? Do you feel? So questions will be like that. They are precise. They should be in logical order. So if I am trying to study rape, the first question I'll ask you, do you know what rape is? Yes, no. Okay, and after that you start going ahead with the problem. It should not divert from the problem. If I am studying rape, then I have to study only rape. I can't go to robbery. I can't go to murder. I can't skip topic to topic. If I am studying rape, I have to stick to rape. Okay, and it has to be precise. It has to be short. Okay, and the question should not be made in such a way that a person feels, okay, મારે હું આજ આન્સર દઉં તો એક્સપેરિમેન્ટર ને સારું ફીલ થશે. એવા questions ન હોવા જોઈએ. Okay, where a person feels that maybe I should answer this way so that the experimenter will think good about me. It is important to see that the questions are arranged in proper logical order. There are different types of questionnaire that are based on nature of questions, that are closed or coded or limited questionnaire, free, open-minded or detailed questions. So there are two types of questionnaire: closed, coded and limited, and second is free, open, opinion and detailed. Questionnaire can be structured and unstructured, and it can have questions which are factual and opinion. So questionnaire can be in proper structure or it cannot be in proper structure. Okay, it can be factual, based on the facts, or it can be based on opinions also. The advantages and disadvantages of questionnaire method are as follows. Advantage: questionnaire can be administered to large group of people at a given time. So you can give your questionnaire to large number of people at a given period of time. Questionnaire is a method of measurement which is quick, without prejudice, objective in nature. So questionnaire is a way of measuring what the person is thinking, okay, where you don't hold any negative attitude towards anyone. They are very objective in nature, they are very precise, okay. Third, as compared to any other method, it's easy to be administered. Questionnaires and gather information and analyze the same. So compared to any other method which is there, questionnaire method is very, very simple. It's very, very easy. It's very, very easy to tell people to fill up a questionnaire, okay, and you can analyze also those questions. As the questions are in context with the problem to be studied, unnecessary information is avoided by this method. So you're sticking to the topic. You're not going to skip, hop and jump from one topic to other topic. So it is very simple, it is very precise. You do not have to give detailed information about anything else. Limitations. Very often the researcher finds it very difficult to select a representative sample for the questionnaire. Sometimes the experimenter finds it very difficult to know which group he should select to answer the question. Let's say I am trying to understand the situation of rape. Now I can't give the rape questionnaire to a child who is in first standard, because that first standard child will not know what rape is. Okay, so in order to understand which sample should I take, which age group should I take, which group will represent my experiment, it becomes very difficult for the experimenter to decide that. Second, all questionnaires that are sent by post, there is no surety that it will be returned. Secondly, those returned may be incomplete, or the responses may be ambiguous. So what they are saying, that sometimes the experimenter sends the questionnaire by post. How many will you get it back? There is no guarantee. Even after you have gotten back, there are many which are unfilled. Lot of questions are not filled, and sometimes the answers are very obvious. You might be thinking something else, but you are answering something else over there. For example, I want to study rape, right? So let's say I have asked you a question. Do you think rape happens because it is the fault of a girl? Yes, no. Now personally, I have an opinion. Let's say I'm giving you a situation. I don't have an opinion like that. Let's say personally, mane એવું લાગતું હોય કે it's girls' fault only that they are getting raped. But over here, I feel, the experimenter, the observer will judge me if I say that. So I'll answer no, it's not the fault of a girl, so that I look nice in front of the observer. So that happens. Answer becomes very, very things which people answer in order to create impression in the front of the experimenter. Whenever the questions are closed or coded, then the answer lack variations and individually, which is major limitation. So those questions which are closed, okay, which are yes/no questions, over there the information you get is very, very limited, and the answers are very similar. You don't find any change in any answers. In order to answer the question, one requires the respondents who are literate and know the language which is used for the question and questionnaire. Obviously, in questionnaire method, the person who is filling the questionnaire should be able to read and write, should be able to understand the questions. Okay, so that is one of the major drawbacks of the questionnaire method.